Howdy everyone, Tasty here, and we're going to go over some news today. Plus, I'm going to add in something new towards the end of the video, so please stay tuned all the way to the end to see what that is. Today, we're going to go over the Switch Joy-Con drift situation, how the Switch Lite is getting involved, as well as Wendy's Tabletop RPG game, and so much more. Remember, hit the like button if you do like this video, dislike is somewhere around there, share the video because it does help out the channel, and hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on so you can be notified of when I make my next video. Let's kick it off with some quick mentions, and one is kind of sad because AlphaDream, they're actually going to be closing the doors due to bankruptcy, and they made such games as Mario and Luigi Dream Team. So it is sad to see that whole franchise of games kind of go away, so I really hope that Nintendo comes in and picks up this company, so that way we can keep loving those games out on the Nintendo Switch. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description so you guys can read the full details of why they're closing and everything. So moving right along here, Zooms from the Reddit community for Red Dead Redemption 2 has actually been forming little events for meetups for the online service. And that's pretty cool because they do little games and that kind of stuff to, spice it up a little bit. But the latest thing is what caught everybody's attention when they decided to hold bowls of soup while walking across the map. So it is, yes, I know it sounds strange, but that's okay. It's great to see people using games and maybe not necessarily the way that the developers intended the games to be used, but still be fun for an entire community of people to go out there and do. So the next thing that I want to talk about is also kind of funny. The Rudeism from Twitch, he's actually been playing the Untitled Goose Game or streaming it here, which doesn't sound too out of the ordinary, but it's how he's been playing the game that's actually pretty awesome. He actually dresses up like the duck, and all of the stuff that he wears controls the duck or the goose inside the game. So the orange beak he can actually quack into, and the goose quacks. He can move the white sheet, and the wings move. He can use the flippers, and the duck or the goose walks here. So it is pretty cool to see that. So go ahead and check out his Twitch channel if you are interested in seeing that. And, the next thing that I want to talk about, Wendy's is getting in on the gaming space just like KFC did with their dating simulator last month. Except they've made a tabletop game that you can go and download the PDF file to learn how to play it, and they also have dice that you can roll on their website. So there's not much that you need to do in order to get up and playing, so go ahead and slay that frozen beef. And the last thing I want to talk about is kind of a little close for home, but let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Because Wizards of the Coast, they did make a new card for Magic the Gathering, which doesn't sound too out of the ordinary because they make cards all the time. The thing here is that they're styled after My Little Pony, and it's not something that I personally do play Magic the Gathering, and I do like the looks of these cards and the fact that they're adding a new creature type, but I'm not too thrilled that it's My Little Pony. I'm just not that much into it. But if you want it to be a brony and get down on some Magic the Gathering, now's your time to do that. For Switch owners, I know you've probably faced this problem before, and if you haven't, consider yourself one of the lucky few. That's right, we're talking about the Joy-Con drift issue, and I've personally been affected by this as I now have 4 Joy-Cons that just sit there and collect dust because of the drift issue. And if you don't know what this is, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. So say you were to have your controller on the Switch, and you go to move your character left, and you go to stop moving your character, well, instead of it stopping, your character would keep moving because the Joy-Con is still registering an input on the thumbstick. And that's where a lot of these issues are. And you can see how that might be a little bit frustrating as you're trying to do more precise things in games like Breath of the Wild and beating some of those shrines. I've personally been affected by that kind of thing. And this law firm, I'm gonna place their name right here. They've actually started a lawsuit back in July for Nintendo of America, and it's a class action lawsuit for this particular reason, and for, I quote, Nintendo marketed and sold the Switch and Joy-Con controllers despite being aware of the defect through online consumer complaints. So now that, this brings us up to last week, where that same law firm named here is actually adding the Switch Lite to this because there's been a lot of reports of the Switch Lite already getting that drift issue. And Spawnwave actually went ahead and broke down the Switch Lite, and I'll leave a link to his video in the description so you can check out all of that. But he did notice that the thumbstick itself looked like the same thumbstick and other Joy-Cons that he'd taken apart. apart. So with knowing that, and knowing that there's a huge drifting problem with the Joy-Cons, I don't see why Nintendo didn't go through and make a different style or a different form of the thumbstick, because now you have a system where you can't remove the Joy-Cons from it and send it into Nintendo and have an extra pair that you can use in the meantime. You have to send in the whole system, and that's where it kind of gets a little bad, because if you're having to send in the whole system to get fixed, you can be out some time without your console, and yeah, that is kind of a first world problem, but you pay $200 plus all the money for the games to make sure that you buy a product that works correctly. So it is something that I want to know more of what Nintendo is going to do. They are right now replacing Joy-Cons for free if you do give them a call and say that you have this problem, and then send in your old Joy-Cons. I will leave a link in the description, because I really feel like you guys should do a little bit more research into this if you are a Switch owner especially, so that way you know exactly what you're getting into before either you go out and buy a Switch or a Switch Lite, or have to send in your stuff back to Nintendo. Alright guys, that's our video for this week. I hope you liked everything, and leave some comments down below. Wait, I was supposed to add something new, wasn't I? There's supposed to be a new segment here. That's right, I'm adding something new to this Friday's videos, and that's going to be Game of the Week, where I just give you a small little breakdown and my thoughts of a game that I've been playing throughout the week, as we are going to get back in the swing of making these videos weekly, where Fridays is kind of like the news that we do throughout the week, and Mondays is going to be upcoming games and stuff, so stay tuned. I'm going to add something new to Monday's video as well. But anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about right here, the Game of the Week. And spoiler alert, it's most likely going to be the same game for the month, at least a little bit here, as I get through some of Destiny 2 in Shadowkeep. I have been loving that game so far since it has come out, and I can't say enough good things. They have not only come out with a campaign that you can play through that is actually quite compelling, because it adds some new stuff that is old stuff, and you get to learn about some old stuff in a new way. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. If you like Destiny, go find out for yourself. Not only have they added that great campaign, but they've also added a lot of in-game content that just blows my freaking mind, and I love playing it. I'm going to be grinding out some more, and I just can't wait to even get done making this video and editing it and posting it so I can get back to playing a lot of Destiny 2. So let's go ahead and do that then. Let's go ahead and end the video here. I do want to thank you guys for making it all the way to the end. I greatly appreciate that. And if you did have any thoughts about any of the parts of the video, or like that new segment of Game of the Week, go ahead and leave that down in the comments below and let me know here. Hit the like button if you did like any of the stuff in the video, and the dislike button is somewhere around there. There's also going to be a link in the description to a Discord server I'm a part of. A lot of cool people to go in and talk to. If you guys do make gaming videos, or streamer, or anything along those lines, or just like to talk about gaming stuff, or just want to talk to some cool people, check out that link to the Discord server. We do giveaways for the Discord server, and I just gave a lot of games for them to do giveaways, so please come check it out and see what we're all about. The link is in that description. Like I said, it never expires, and everybody's always allowed, so please come check it out. And remember to share this video. It does help. The more people we can get this video out to, the more people get over to this channel, and I would greatly appreciate it if we can hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year. And remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can stay notified of when I do post a new video. And as always, I have been Tasty, and this has been Random Gaming News, and have a wonderful fucking gaming night.